নমস্কার, আমার নাম সুজল পাল। আশা করি আপনারা সবাই মা দুর্গার কৃপায় ভালো আছেন। ধন্যবাদ।
નમસ્તે, મારું નામ પ્રનાયા જાની છે.
നമസ്കാർ, माझं नाव अंश वानखेडे आहे.
എൻ്റെ എല്ലാ കൂട്ടുകാർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. എൻ്റെ പേര് നിഹാര എസ്. ഞാൻ തിരുവനന്തപുരം പട്ടം കേന്ദ്ര വിദ്യാലയം 4ാം ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പഠിക്കുന്നു.
सत श्री अकाल जी, मेरा नाम राहत प्रीत कौर है.
வணக்கம், என் பெயர் பிரனிஷா. வாழ்க வளமுடன். நன்றி.
नमस्कार, मो ना स्वयं स्निग्धा पंडा. आशा करी आपण माने समजते भलरे अछंती. धन्यवाद.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम प्रशस्ति रायकवार है.
Hello, my name is Pranav. You have just seen a glimpse of some languages which are spoken in India. India is a country that follows policy of linguistic federalism. What it means is that each federal unit has freedom to adopt the language of their choice as medium of instruction in the school, which is invariably the regional language of that federal unit. Before I inform you more about the present and the past of languages in education in India, it is very important to know diversity that exists in India. India is a very diverse country in terms of tradition, culture, religion, race, language, festivals, food, and much more. It is said that unity in diversity, which fits appropriately alongside the diversity in India. India is a country in South Asia. It is the second most populous country, the seventh largest country by land area, and the most populous democracy in the world. There are 28 states and 8 union territories. There are 22 regional official languages, and number of languages are spoken in India. India's linguistic, cultural, ethnic, religious diversity is very strong and widespread. Heterogeneity and multilingualism is not a recent product. It goes back to the time when Aryans came to India with Sanskrit, and thereafter many came, invaded, and settled in India, and with them was their languages. India has now 23 constitutionally recognized official languages, and there are several hundreds of language varieties in India. Hindi is the most spoken language in India, while English too has a very strong hold in this country. Here you can see major languages in India and the percentage of people who use each language. Census of India of 2001 says that India has 122 major languages and 1599 other languages. As India had been being ruled by different rulers throughout the history, she kept a particular language policy during different regimes based on the interest of the community of the ruling class. During the Vedic period and Epic period, the major language of instruction in the educational process was Sanskrit. During the Buddhist period, they started using Pali, the language of the common folk, at their viharas for educational transaction. During the medieval or Islamic period in India, Arabic and Urdu became more prominent in all walks of life and educational institutions as well. And after the emergence of Britishers to India, the whole picture of education was altered, and the language policy too. Though at the initial stage of their educational system they had given regard to vernacular languages, they gradually started giving focus only to English. And it was Macaulay who had first stood for English, and he made it mandatory that English should be the medium of instruction at all the stage of education. Macaulay's policy caused for infamous Oriental-Occidental controversy, which became a huge hurdle before the educational development of that time. Oriental-Occidental controversy was an ideological conflict between two groups of people in India during the British colonial rule. The ideological quarrel was related to the organization of modern education in India. Later, Charles Wood, in his dispatch, recommended that vernacular language could be used at the primary stage and English at higher stage. However, throughout the British rule, English enjoyed the supreme position and the Indian languages hardly got due regard. During 1930s, Gandhiji argued for mother tongue as medium of instruction in his educational views called Varda scheme, as he believed that mother tongue is the most useful weapon for expressing one's own ideas. The Constitution too offers many provisions regarding with language. Articles 343 to 351 of Part 17 and the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India deal with issues of the languages of the country. In it has been mentioned that the official language of the Union shall be Hindi. English can be used for all official purposes as a language of vital opportunities and international contact. States should provide adequate facilities for instruction in the mother tongue at the primary stage of education to children belonging to linguistic minority groups. And to fulfill this purpose, the three-language formula came into existence. The three-language formula is a language learning policy, first formulated in 1968 by the Ministry of Education of the Government of India in consultations with the states. Now, let us see the present scenario of the three-language formula in some states of India.
Hello everyone, I am Prabhat Das, an elementary school teacher in the State Government School of Odisha. We have three language formula for all the students in the school education system. The first language for the students is Odia, which is the official language in the state and the regional language too. The second language is English, which is the global language, and the third language is either Hindi or Sanskrit. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Sunil Varania, an elementary school teacher in a state government school of Gujarat. We have 3 or 4 language formula for all the students in school education system. The first language is regional language of the state, that is Gujarati, which is one of the official language of the state too. The second language is Hindi, which is a kind of national language. Hindi is taught from grade 4 onwards. The third language is English, which is a global language. English is taught from grade 3 onwards. Moreover, Sanskrit is taught from grade 6 onwards as a fourth language. Thank you.
I firmly believe knowledge of mother tongue or regional language plays important role for comprehensive development of a child. At the same time, I do not deny the importance of English language. Keeping this point in mind, there are many states in India where English medium government schools have been established. As per the report of UDIAS, Unified District Information System for Education 2019-2020, more than a quarter of all school children in India now study in English medium schools. Out of these English medium schools, some are government schools, whereas others are mainly private schools. India is a land of diversities. This diversity is also visible in the spheres of religion. Every religion has some religious educational institutes. Madrasa is one such. Madrasa is a religious educational institute for Islam, which is largest minority religion in India. Let us know something more about it from a student of madrasa.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarwat. I am Muslim by religion. Our holy book Quran is written in Urdu and I have learned Urdu and Arabic in madrasa. Madrasa is a religious and educational institution. The mode of instruction in madrasa is Urdu. It's a 5 to 8 years course where we learn from books like Takti to Quran. Maulana teaches us to read Urdu and gives us information about Muslim religion too. Along with that, we are taught values to be a good human being. Moreover, the Indian government provides financial aid to states like UP and West Bengal where Muslim population is more. Thank you.
India is a vast country. People often migrate from one place to another in search of work and livelihood. So, a linguistic community in different federal unit may be in minority, but this community has right to establish an educational institute in which the medium of instruction is their own language. For example, there are many Tamils living in Delhi, which is the national capital of India. They have set up their own educational institutes. For the last 74 years after independence, English was the medium of instruction in technical education, especially engineering and medical. Fortunately, last year the federal government introduced technical education in 11 of the 22 recognized regional languages to cater to the needs of a large cross-section of people who thought English was a barrier to their potential. Here you can see merits and demerits of three-language formula. At the end, I would say India has been passing through the state of transition in the field of education. New education policy has already been framed and can be implemented soon. Even the new education policy of India recommends the medium of instruction for elementary school should be mother tongue or regional language. I firmly believe language, which can be any, English, Hindi or Japanese, is means of communication. It is not measure of intelligence or character. Thank you.